So it's Saturday morning, and this morning I'm going to be attempting to fix some camping stuff that's giving me the shits. So let's get into it. So cat's out of the bag. I'm doing a rear setup, but that'll be in another video. First things first is this silly water container. So I got this from Bunnings because it was cheap. Never again. Don't buy this one. It's shit. The problem with it is the tap. You need two hands. So I've tried to silicone it, but now the silicone's broken. It's leaked all over my car, which wasn't fun. So basically you can't even turn it on with one hand. So that's in the bin. And cause we're on apprentice wages, I need to do stuff on the cheap. So I watched a YouTube video by Seek Adventure, and I'm going to attempt to recreate his jerry can water hack and see how it goes. So I've gone down to Bunnings and I've gotten some stuff. So little hose clamp, fitting there, and another fitting here. Then just my 2 meter piece of hose. Then I went to Tent World and got a water container that's actually decent. So it's got a little breather up there as well, which is nice. I've got a little bung in the bottom. It does come with that stupid tap, which we're not going to use because I'm going to be screwing these fittings into there and making it for my drinking water. So cheap boy cheap from Bunnings. This was all about $15, $20, and this was about 40 bucks. And I also forgot to throw in some thread tape that I already had at home, but this stuff's pretty cheap as well. And in about 2 minutes, we're done. So pretty happy with that. That tap's pretty good. It seems like that's way easier to turn on and off with one hand than that stupid other one. And also the thing I liked about his idea from Seek Adventure is that you can actually take this off and then just fill the whole jerry can up with your hose, which is always really handy instead of bloody filling it from the top, which gets annoying. So left the hose the whole length as well, just because I'm going to have it down in the footwell somewhere, so I wanted to be able to bring it out of the car as much as possible. But now we just go test that it doesn't leak. That's cool. That's all done. Really happy with that. Turned out bloody good. So on to the next thing, is doing something about making it not so hot in here, because my esky that's older than me melts really quickly, and this Aussie summer is not helping one bit. Even though she's pretty old, it actually insulates quite well. The problem I'm finding is that I've been doing a couple beach trips lately, and since I can't afford a fridge yet, the inside of the car is just getting way too hot. The windows are tinted at the back, and they're tinted all around, but these two are the darkest. Even with the tint, it's just getting way too hot in there. So here's my idea. I've done a quick trip to Kmart and Big W, and I've picked up two of these thermal bed rolls. So they're foil on the outside, but they're actually insulating. You can see there as well, it's got a thick bit of foam. So that should keep the coolness in and the heat out. Then I've also found these little suction cups that I'm gonna try and cut into the foam and then stick to the windows. And then, because I'm not going to be able to see out the windows, I've gone and picked up a little blind spot mirror, and I'll just put these on both the mirrors over there, and we should be able to see pretty good. I've seen quite a few Aussie companies online that make really good quality solar shades and solar screens for your full drives and caravans and things like that, but just for me, I'd rather spend that money on fuel. So that's why I'm going to attempt to make my own, and I guess we'll just see how it goes and see how well it cools down my car. I also don't really have much of a plan about how I'm going to do this, but I might start with the barn doors. I think I'm just going to cut a piece that's roughly the size of the barn door, and then just keep cutting until we get it right. So after a bit of a mucking around, that's what we've ended up with. These suction cups aren't the best, I can already tell, so that's something that might need to be looked at in the future, but I've just taped up the sides so that the foil doesn't come loose. Taped up from the front and the back, but I don't think it looks too bad. We'll chuck it on. So I've mounted them for the final time. I ended up actually putting a bit of super glue just on the suction cups to the actual foam. It actually worked pretty good. I mean, it's not perfectly cut out. I did cut it a little bit too small, but it's pretty good for my liking. So I ended up putting a little bit of double side tape just on the corners, just because I noticed they were peeling out a little bit when I had it up there, but that's on there now, and I reckon it is pretty bloody good for 30 bucks worth of roll and a couple of suction cups. And this side's the same as well. You can see that little gap just up there. I cut it a bit too small, but apart from that, it's fine. It works really good. Put a little bit of the double side tape on the top as well, and because I've tucked it into here, and that little corner there, it actually stays really well. So I didn't even need to glue the suction cups on this one. Now, we'll keep going with these windows and sort them out. And the good thing about those two windows is that they're opposite, so since I've made that one, I just flipped it around and traced it out on this piece, and then I'll cut this one out and that'll be for the other window. That's the side two done. Let's throw them in. That's the rear ones in. If you're a bit more patient than me, you would take time to cut them a little bit bigger, but that's really minute. You can't really tell from a side angle, so it doesn't let that much light in, but it actually turned out pretty bloody good. I did end up putting super glue on those suction cups as well, just to make sure that it didn't fall off the actual foam. I actually ended up taking the tape around the solar shades off. I just found it was bowing them too much when I was putting them on the window, and the edges would peel. So I've left it without it, and it sticks to the window heaps better than before. So I think that's the go. Up to the two last windows now. The problem I think I'm gonna have with this one is that divider there. It's gonna make the sunshade bow a little bit, so I'm gonna have to figure out if I'm gonna do one piece or two pieces for that. I think I might stay one piece, and we'll just see how it goes. Might not even need the suction cups, it bloody sits pretty neat in there. So, pretty happy with that one. And this is the view from the inside, so pretty dark. The sun is behind me, so it is shining in here a little bit. But the only thing I would improve on was probably just not cut them so small, because there's a little bit of a gap there. And the other thing would be the suction cups are clear, which is, I didn't really think of that when I was doing the holes. So obviously it's going to let a tiny bit of light through, but it's honestly not that bad. It's super dark in here, way darker than it was before, and I reckon it should really help. And yeah, don't mind my ratchet strapped cargo barrier, we're fixing that in the next video. So a bit of a final look. I think it turned out bloody good for a little weekend budget project. But that's the back. So all covered. And then the sides, ended up having to buy another roll to do these windows. So just one extra roll, 3 instead of 2. But put the side window on. I also ran out of suction cups for these side windows, so I do have to put suction cups on, but they're just staying in there for now. I probably won't have this window on when I'm driving normally. I just have it for trips because it does really reduce your visibility. But these back windows I'll definitely keep on just to make it heaps cooler. With the tint it might make it a little bit hard to see, but they are in there. You can see the foil. So looks pretty good. I'm quite happy with it. Same thing on this side. That's probably a bit better because the sun's right on it, but definitely reflecting and hopefully a lot cooler inside for my esky.